Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC Welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the former UFC Welterweight Champion, Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare Usman. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, the future, MACHADO GARRY.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, round one is upon us. Wicked interesting matchup here in DC. On one side, a well-rounded fighter. On the other, primarily a wrestler who figures to test that takedown defense early on.
He cannot wrestle blind. He has got to set up his takedowns with his hands and with his kicks. If he tries to just go out there and shoot, this opponent, this well-rounded fighter, is so good, he will snatch up his neck and he will submit him. He has got to set everything up if he wants to be victorious.
And a nice job at least staying upright on that.
Huge D-land.
And a nice job at least staying upright on that. Oh, beautiful leg kick counter by MACHADO GARRY.
Another leg kick lands.
Big shots being landed on both sides here. Straight punch. Useful. Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue. And now some distance as they pull apart.
He gets to the single contact. Look at him to wear on his opponent by pulling the head down and punching with the free hand.
Fighter lands a kick now.
He threw that one with all of his power.
Just the nasty leg kick. That's hard to watch.
I mean, he is throwing those kicks with evil intent. He is trying to break his legs with every single kick.
Back to the overhand now. That one's good. Just over 2 minutes to go in the round. So at long last, he finally lands his first takedown after several failed attempts. You knew coming in that he was going to stay committed to the takedown, kept on trying, and finally got him to the ground. Posture's up now. Oh, and delivers. Huge punch to the head there. Well, he's more than content to work on.
He set up a beautiful submission. Yep, that guillotine's deep.
Oh, he is out. How good is that?
That is phenomenal submission defense by this young man. Yep, gotta be very careful there.
Posture's up now. Oh, and delivers. Huge punch to the head there. 30 seconds now to go in the opening round. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent.
Massive shot from the top.
All right, working on the ground here, his opponent's feet on the hips. Warms out for the end of round one. Take a seat. Deep breath. Relax. Take a drink of water and listen. I want you to set those kicks up a little bit better. All right, let's get you some of the action from that previous round, DC, and those are some serious leg kicks, man.
He gets the leg to the target so quickly. He gets his foot off the ground so quickly that you don't even recognize that it's coming, and that's really confusing his opponent.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, second round underway. All right, next round is now underway. DC had any major takeaways after the previous 5 minutes?
That both of these guys are very evenly matched. The matchmaker did a fantastic job when they put these two in the octagon. So even though it wasn't crazy, you got to see high-level mixed martial arts.
Nice ankle pick there. His wrestling chops on full display tonight.
Full display, and it also shows you, John.
I'm not sure how he stayed upright.
I mean, when you get hit with a shot like that, to stay standing shows and talks to your toughness.
All right, so he's landed a few seminal uppercuts already, DC. Got to think he goes back to it.
I am almost certain he's going to go and try to find another one of those. But expect him to really set down and try to make one really count and try to end this fight.
Usman's bleeding from the... Oh!
Wow, both of them are landing massive shots.
Man, these guys have some chins on them. Huge shots being landed on both sides. Oh! Under 3 minutes to go in round 2.
Another big one.
So we have passed the midway point in the fight. High-level guard pass there as he moves into half guard.
You know the guy's going to his left on the pass, but you cannot stop it. He is tremendous at passing the guard.
Grounded him and pounding him. Nice job. Oh, this is some high-level, efficient, effective ground and pound by Usman. Oh, another strike lands from the top. All right, half guard position for him here, and I can hear Dominic Cruz in the back of my head just screaming about underhooks somewhere.
Yeah, he loves, I mean, but he's right? He's so right in terms of if you're on your back in the half guard, one thing you can't be is flat on your back. You need to be up on an elbow.
Right. You
need to be half on the side, and you need to control the far side underhook. It is a battle for underhook when you're fighting in a half guard position on the mat.
Ian Machado Garry's now dealing with a cheek cut.
Great job finding his shots from the top position.
All right, crowd absolutely loving it as the fighters, however compromised, make their way back to the field.
They may be tired, but that tired, that fatigue is warranted. That was a high-level grappling exchange between two phenomenal grapplers.
Well, champ, I don't see that well, but it's hard to miss the redness underneath that elbow. A lot of bodily investment from his opponent tonight.
Yeah, it's an investment, John. It may not pay dividends right now, but the more you go there, the more damage you do, eventually it will show itself. Right now, it's starting to show.
All right, so that's the end of the round. Potential adversity here. He's got a cut on his cheek sustained from that strike in the round. Now the focus becomes maximizing these 60 seconds, shutting that cut and preventing it from becoming a major factor here moving forward. All right, so let us now check out some of the action in that round, DC. There was a whole lot of it, including a stunner upstairs that nearly closed the show.
It was a lot of action. It was back and forth action, but the big moment was that big strike to the head that landed, that put him on wobbly legs and in survival mode. Luckily, he made it to the end of that round.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, 5 minutes to decide this one. Well, we wondered earlier why there weren't as many body strikes. He's making up for lost time here. Shot to the body connects, and that bears watching. That's going to hurt this opponent. Hard ground and pound, some swelling now starting to appear.
Not being just defensive, but offensive off of his back. Great punch lands.
Well, this is exactly what you like to see. Nice combination of ground and pound punches. Outstanding pressure and activity by Usman. Oh, that's how you do it. Postures up and lands to the head. These ground strikes are starting to add up. Lands the ground and pound strike here. All right, there it is. Yet another strike targeting that already bruised area on his body.
Well, you could tell that he had a purpose to come out here, make an investment, and see how it would play out. It seems to be working right now.
So under 3 minutes to go here in the fight. Straight punch lands. That's as good a punch as he's thrown all night.
The punch that lands down the middle, the one that you don't feel, is the ones that land perfect, and that one landed perfectly.
All right, so an opportunity goes by the boards. He had him stunned, nearly finished, and now his opponent has
His opponent's recovered. Now he's got to deal with everything that he's going to bring at him. He should have got the fight finished at that time.
All right, well, I don't have to be a judge to tell you he is losing this fight late in the game now. Time to start throwing up those... Oh, gotta keep pressing here.
There you go. There you go.
All right, full guard here, DC. What does he need to do to improve position?
Well, he's got to start to build his posture, get some damage off, move to half guard, which in turn leads to more opportunities for advancement. But if you're on the bottom, you got to anticipate those movements the moment he tries to move to the next position. You build a shield, get back to your feet, or dig an underhook to try to get a reversal or a sweep.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Usman. And there it is, another strike gets through on the ground. All right, so not enough action there on the ground. The referee brings the fight back to the feet, and we are back underway.
Right.
Well, missed on that one. Well, you can sense the corner frustration. He has not had any answer for these body shots, and now you see the visible damage.
Well, his coaches are wondering, where's the Vince? We worked on this. We knew.
I mean, how about that back and forth action throughout the final minute? What a fight as we go the full 15. All right, so a lot to like over the distance of that fight tonight. Clearly, we think we saw one guy win the fight and largely got it done with the striking.
Yeah, he got it done with the striking. And that's exactly what he's known for. He's known as a guy that's so comfortable whenever he's in the stand-up. And that showed tonight as he truly outworked his opponent.
The official decision is now in. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges score this contest 29-28. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, the future Ian Machado Garry!
All right, Buff, thank you very much. Yeah, no surprise as the judges' scorecards are rendered.